Well, welcome back to Autumn in Asia, Cambodian style. Today I'm going to interview a vlogger who lives here in Cambodia for almost 3 years. And if you remember, about a month ago, I did a community post in Community tab, and I asked if you were to interview, what questions would you ask? So today, I'm proud to say I have Autumn in Asia here, and we're going to be interviewing him with your questions, you guys and girls, my viewers. So well, let's not waste any more time and get with it. Yeah. Let's not waste any more time. Okay. Time's valuable, But anyways, yeah. Hey, you're gonna pay me afterwards, right? Okay, well then I'm delighted to be here. Okay, now the first question is, where do you get your positivity at? Where do you get your positive attitude from? Nice question there. Yeah. Well, I'm retired. That gives me a lot of positive vibes, anyways. And for the most part, I'm kind of financially stable. I'm not rich at all. As a matter of fact, back in the United States, I'm a poor boy. I'm just, making the best of my last years, living the life I can, and just trying to be positive. I'm learning how to be a little bit nicer of a guy, which not meaning I wasn't a nice guy, but like I've said before, I'm just making my own paradise here. Well, thank you for that. That was a good answer there. I really like that. So now the next question is, did you think you could move when you started planning? Did you think you could do the move? I mean, did it scare you, or was it spooky or anything? Yeah. Well, no, it wasn't spooky at all. I first time I came to Southeast Asia was in 1976. I was 17 years old, and I fell in love with Southeast Asia immediately. And since then, throughout the years, there was some break in there, but I think I've been here a total of like 16 or 17 times. So I was kind of, already knew what was going on here. I've spent a lot of time here. I spent a lot of time in Thailand, and actually after my last wife died, I kind of knew that I was going to end up retiring here, somewhere in Southeast Asia. That I chose Cambodia. Good choice. Okay, here's another one for you. Okay. What was it about your girlfriend that you knew she was the one? Yeah, can you explain to that one? I mean, because I know you were here for over a year and a half before you actually had a girlfriend. So, what happened there? Well, okay, I'll tell you what happened. A couple of us had a YouTubers meet and greet. It was myself and Jer and Claire, and from For Real, and there was also. Dave does Cambodia. There was a few, but I think there was like 4 or 5 of us there, and people come and meet. And Vanna's sister was, everybody was invited, and she says, "Hey, Vanna, come on, just staying at home. Why don't you come on out and So, anyways, well, I ended up sitting next to her. Okay. And then I was talking to somebody else, and then they left, and I just started talking, and I just kind of clicked, and I know she was a very gentle, soft-spoken woman, which I enjoy, and and I had to ask her 3 times within the following week to go out and have dinner with me, and she finally did, and I started getting to know a little bit more about her, and I know she was kind of like an expat herself for 15 years in Tokyo, right. So she kind of, I don't know, that just whatever, but I guess the bottom line there is that I trusted her. I really did, and it's been great lately. Yeah, been great. Now this next question, actually I just had somebody earlier this week ask me about the same thing, and it's how do you acclimatize yourself to Cambodia? Because a lot of people are wondering about that, because it's a lot different than a lot of other places in the world. And how did you get used to all the heat and the rain and whatever else? Yeah, well, actually, like you said, somebody had asked you about that. acclimatizing to here, it's going to take you 2 years. Here's why. Okay. First year, you're going to go through the hot season, you're going to go through dry season, you're going to go through the rainy season, and you're going to kind of learn what to do, how to handle it. And then the second year, you kind of know what to expect, with the heat and the humidity and the rain. Like right now, it's November and it's still kind of hot. It's getting about 90 degrees, and the lows are only 70. So, I mean, that could still be hot for some people. Now, I use a lot of fans, and for me, most of the time, just having a breeze on me will cool me off. But there are times that I have to throw on that AC. I usually set it at about 84 degrees. That still sounds hot to some people, but that'll take the bite off of it. And usually just at night to turn it on, just to cool down the room a little bit, or if I'm sick and I really want to, feel better, kind of turn that on, just to feel comfortable and get some good sleep. So yeah, that's how I did that. All right, okay, keep that in mind. So another question is, how much of Cambodia have you traveled? I know you do some traveling, so could you tell us a little bit about that? Okay. Yeah, I can tell you about that. I've out of the 25, 26 provinces here in Cambodia, I have traveled, and a lot of it was solo travel. Some of it was with Jeremy and Claire from For Real and Fast Eddie. And I've done about 13 of the provinces. Most of them are up in the north and kind of in the central. I have not been to any of the provinces along Vietnam or any of the provinces along the ocean, which I really want to do. So that's, check out the map. Yeah, I'll show you that map there, where I've been and where I'm going. Well, I guess from that answer, we can have an idea of the next question, and the answer to that is, what's your favorite form of travel here in Cambodia? Yeah, you're right. I do love traveling on my motorbike. It's really nice to be out there in the villages and along, if it's a nice road and all that. Even if it's not a nice road, I like traveling on my motorbike. I got a Honda Click 125 automatic, if you're just wondering what it is. And like I said, I've done some solo traveling. I went to Krache, which is right on the Mekong River. That's the home of the Irrawaddy dolphins. I've been there twice, but the first time I went there, it was like a 7-day trip, and that ended up being about 500 miles. And I've been all around Tonle Sap. I did a six-day trip on that. And that was about a little bit less than 450, and Battambang, which is 100 miles. But anything past maybe 120 miles, I don't travel that much. That's 3.5, maybe 4 hours ride time, and it's just too sore for me. But so I just take my time, but I really enjoy it. Now, this next question is about post office stories. Getting things delivered here to Cambodia. So can you explain some of the things, problems, good things you had with getting mail or getting packages here? Okay, yeah, I can do that. Post office stories. Well, okay, for one thing, the post office here does not deliver. Generally, it does not deliver to your house because, well, most of the houses don't even have addresses, and so if it's there's a couple different ways. And actually, a couple of videos ago, I want to fess up, I made a mistake about Amazon delivering. Yes, Amazon will deliver here, but it's going to be a limited amount of things that you can, it's not the full Amazon package that you can get. Basically you get the address, put your address, you have to have your name and your phone number on it, and if it's going to be going through a Cambodian post office, it'll go to the post office, and then they'll give you a call and you come and pick it up. Just recently, I did order a part for my computer off of Amazon, and it took about 2 weeks to get here. I thought it was going to come from China, but it actually came from the United States. But and I went to the post office to say, hey, I don't have an address. You know, where, you know, what should I do? And then they gave me a little slip of paper that had the address of the post office, but it never ended up at the post office. It ended up at some third country or some third company delivery service, kind of like DHL, but it wasn't DHL. DHL is good, by the way. I'll get to that really quick because this is a long answer here. And also FedEx International does not have an office here in Siem Reap, only in Phnom Penh. And yeah, I had some problems getting a credit card sent to me from the bank. They sent it FedEx International, and I didn't get it. And then I found out that, well, they just sent it back because they couldn't deliver it to me. But like I said, DHL is the way to go. If you're like in the United States, my daughter sent me some stuff, and she went through UPS, the United States Postal Service, and it took forever to get here. And it was just crazy. And like and then I needed another credit card, having problems with my cards. And so she sent it through DHL, and it was spendy, just like a little small package. Ended up costing about $140, but it did get here in about 7 or 8 days. So just be aware that getting things here may be a little bit difficult, and so just keep that in mind. Here's another one now. It's about dating here in Cambodia, the dating culture. What is it like? And excluding dating girls that are working, at Pub Street and Sok San Road and things like that. But just, like dating like you would back in, your home country. Could you tell us a little bit about that? Well, yeah. Yeah, I could. I really don't know a whole bunch about it because I wasn't like, on a dating spree. I wasn't really even looking for a girlfriend, because I don't think you should. I think you just let it happen. Not saying, become a hermit or something, but you kind of want to stay away from the bars, unless that's your shtick, but it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like this. You can go on these dating apps, but some of those you got to be really careful about the people that you're talking to, because they could also be the girls in the bars that are just after your ATM machine. I'm not saying that's all the women here, but in any country that's going to be true. It's going to be a thing. But I would suggest that you follow your passions, like and join a club. Like if you like cycling, join a bicycle club. There's lots of clubs here in Cambodia and in Siem Reap here where I live at. Or if you like tennis or things like that. Even if you like reading books, join a book club. And you get to meet people there. You can meet people like if you take Khmer lessons, language lessons. Just get out and about and that's about, I think the best way you can meet somebody. I've talked to, when I first got here, I did get a hit on at the wet market by some lady. She was really cool, and I wasn't really interested at the time. But anywhere is just talk to the locals, and also going to a wedding. If you know a little bit of Khmer, or if you can spot somebody that does know some English, and start talking to that person. And also, just from friends, and make some Khmer friends, and you meet somebody's, sister or whatever it is, you just kind of got to put yourself out there a little bit, but don't rush things. I've said that in videos before. It's just so that's really all I can tell you about that. Well, I hope you enjoyed that interview with Autumn in Asia. And if you're still here, you're Autumn in Asia's #1 fan. And he will see you on the next one. Bye. Thank you.